Staving off the lingering feeling of pointless survival, Jamie spends the early hours of the morning preparing for another assault on Weston. If he can fully clear the small town of undead, then the singular gas pump could provide his generator with enough fuel for the entire winter. Forced to take it slow and methodical, Jamie guns down the larger horde on the outskirts, while hoping to draw any stragglers out of the nearby woods. Clearing the road he knew like the back of his hand, he reaches the abandoned police truck that was a minor goal for his trip. Having read through the basics and watched a rather dodgy VHS on hot wiring, Jamie proves his inexperience over and over again as he clumsily fights with the ignition. Finally getting a spark of success, Jamie uses his sore fingers to check the empty gas tank before finally getting the well-maintained engine to roar. Scouting on foot into Weston for his coming plans, Jamie finds a singular zombie trapped in a wood shed behind the convenience store. Part of him instinctually wants to free and dispose of the shambling creature, but a darker side of the now bloody survivor takes weak revenge by leaving her prisoner. Starting to tow his original SUV home, Jamie realizes he's losing the light and decides to leave the tedious drive for another day. Feeling the seeds of worry as he spots a handful of zombies on his road, he wonders if his constant trips in and out are drawing the strays from West Point. Spending the early morning fishing with the knowledge that he's going back to Weston today, Jamie begins to come to terms with a new routine of his life: eat, sleep, kill, and survive. Finding that his police training is fully returned to him in regards to his sidearm, Jamie appreciates and fears the lack of emotion he feels as he uses these husks of people for target practice. Picking up more containers from the beautiful homes besides the river, Jamie finally makes his way back to the clearing he had fled all those days ago. Returning home both bloody and with the supplies he needs, Jamie washes the filth from his shrinking figure and gets to work organizing and preparing for tomorrow's hard labor. Poring over one of his books on welding and metalworking, Jamie begins the slow and arduous process of procuring a new skill in this harsh world. Filling his belly and double-checking his guide one last time, he finally sets off for Weston with the goal of clearing the road, but not of the undead. testing out his untrained hand on the wrecks just outside the drug lab, he finds that it's much easier to tear something apart than he realized, cutting each burned husk into large sheets that he could feasibly use down the road. Beginning work on the first real roadblock, Jamie's focus lasers in as the sun rises higher and higher in the surprisingly clear sky. Cutting through the final stretch, every card becomes quicker and quicker to dismantle, but Jamie can't deny the painful ache that comes with a hard day's work. Confident enough to claim the gas pump in Weston for his own, Jamie hops back into his new SUV in the setting sun, smiling with pride as he cruises down the now empty streets. Only able to feed himself before collapsing into bed from exhaustion, Jamie wakes up the next day with a welcome warmth of hope in his heart. Knowing that all he needed to turn that singular pulse of hope into a roaring flame was companionship, he moves to act on an idea he'd been putting off for far too long. While he wasn't going to give up hope on his radio broadcasts, he acknowledges that not everyone is perhaps as lucky as himself. If they were without electricity, or even on the run, a clear sign on the main road could be the trick to guiding survivors to his sanctuary. Praying that he truly wasn't the only one left alive, he convinces himself that he would need more beds and furniture if a friend ever did stumble into his life. I perhaps am asking for trouble by simply putting this to paper, but it feels as though a turning of the tide has occurred. Weston has been reclaimed. My home is becoming more and more developed by the day, and the fear of the undead is turning into a mild annoyance. I didn't think about it, but the last few days I forgot my bulletproof vest by the door, along with my helmet. Maybe the worst of this is over. Maybe now is the beginning of rebuilding. Jamie.